Hello guys, I hope everybody is doing good, and we're going to be having a short video discussing what should be the strategy for FRM level 2 students in the last 20 days when they're going for the August 2024 exam. Okay, and we all know that the August exam date is nothing but your 9th and 10th, correct? So today let us discuss the last 20 days plan, and I'm going to look at 2-3 variations. Okay, so first is those candidates, okay, who have completed their reading of all books and now they are left with last 20 days. So how should they prepare? That's the plan. Okay, so if I'm looking at last 20 days, I'm taking from say 20th of July. Okay, and we are looking at over here the exam date. So because it's only 10-20 days, what you should be doing is you should be bifurcating it into two parts. Okay, the date when you're going to start the mocks, you're going to start the mocks. Okay, ideally you should be giving at least the window should be minimum 10 days. Minimum 10 days. So this is the date when you should be giving your first mock. Okay, and the idea, okay, over here, that how do we plan your revision? So from here, okay, you should be doing your one full revision. Okay, and how should you order? So ideally, okay, the first order should be give more preference to credit risk first. Go through the entire revision, entire content of the credit risk fast, then go and look at market risk. Okay, and what you can simultaneously do is when you're preparing, when you're reading for the credit risk, okay, also do side by side operation risk. So operation risk should be done along with all the books. So every day five chapters of operation risk or 7 chapters of operation risk and the entire credit risk. When you're starting with the second book, you're still reading operation risk but also focusing on the other book, which is the main book. So market risk, credit risk, this is what you should be focusing first on, and then you should look at your liquidity risk, then your investment risk, and then finally the fifth book which is left, which is that nothing but the current issues. Okay, so this should be your plan. So ideally you should be doing operation risk along with all the books because it is slightly theoretical, so you might get bored with the main content, so you can just go through these operation risk books side by side. Okay, and you should be able to complete the revision, okay, in approximately say around 10 days. So over here one full, and then you give the first mock. Okay, now this can be say, or if you're my student, you can give my mock first one. Okay, so it can be your class mock. Okay, and then you should have a gap of around 2-3 days. I'll talk about that also. So suppose you have given your first mock over here. Okay, so you can take some 3 days gap to analyze and revise. Okay, analyze the first mock and revise what all mistakes you have done, and read the content where you made mistakes, go through some difficult chapters again. So that is where you're going to spend a lot of time. Okay, then you go and do the second mock. Now this time the second mock should be your GARP sample paper. Okay, GARP sample paper. Now I'm only looking from the window of 20 days. This is actually very less for revision and all, but we plan to complete at least 3 mocks. Okay, again a 3-day window, and then go for the third mock. Okay, now over here you can also do GARP sample paper. So generally they give 2 sample paper, so you can give 2 sample paper. I'm talking about both of them being 2024. Huh? Don't solve 2023 because it is similar to 2024. Okay, so 2 mock papers. If you do not have, if you not have the position to solve the GARP sample paper, go and solve some other sample paper, mock paper which is given by some institute. Okay, so this is your class mock. This is your first mock. this is your second mock, and this is your third mock, and you still have, okay, you still have roughly 4 days to do your final revision before the exam. Do your final revision before the exam. Okay, that is what the plan should be for people who have already completed. Okay, now there are second category of students, okay, or second type of students who, say for example, are able to complete the portion, say by 25th of July. Okay, so what you can do is from 25th July till the end of July, you can read like 5 days roughly. So what you can do is you can read say around the most difficult book that you are facing. Okay, so read at least 3 to 4 books. Okay, and the priority should be on difficult books. Priority should be on the difficult books. That should be the criteria. Okay, further, okay, from here, the first 10 days you should be looking at the mock papers directly. Okay, and like I have given you the plan previously in the first category, so you should be focusing on doing 3 mocks in the last 10 days. Okay, and then also do a quick final revision before the exam, and then go for the exam. Quick final revision and go for the exam. Now there are certain categories of students, third category, okay, who might not be able to complete the speed of preparation, and they're completing their final reading by say end of July. End of July. Okay, now for them, what ideally I would recommend is you need good amount of time again to do a revision. Okay, so before the exam date, you can put say around 6 days to revise, do a final revision. You will need that much amount of time. Okay, and from 1st of August till say around 4th of August, you can give one full mock. Okay, full mock in the sense you can give it with proper time. Okay, so sit for 4 hours and give that one full mock, and the other 2 mocks, second and third mock, what you can do is instead of solving, just look at the questions. Just look at the questions and make yourself comfortable. Okay, that if similar kind of question can come, I know the answer. How I know what is the strategy being used. Okay, this is just a compact way of making sure that you are at least walking through 3 mock papers, so 300 different questions, and also doing a final proper revision. Okay, so this is what the strategy for the last 20 days for your FRM level 2 exam for August 2024. Best of luck for your preparation. Okay, this exam is going to change your career, so make sure that you give your best shot when you are now preparing in the last phase of the exam. Don't lose motivation. If you're getting low scores in mock, average score should be around 40 to 45. Go ahead and make sure that whatever mistakes you're making, do not repeat those mistakes. The pass percentage for the exam is literally very good. It's around 55%. So you should take the advantage of it. And most of the students, working professionals who go for the exam, they do not prepare properly for the exam because there are 100 chapters. So that is challenging for them. So you should utilize this. If you are able to complete this plan in the last 20 days, it will give you a good boost in your preparation. Okay. So thank you very much for joining.